Hello there, welcome to Swinging Steve's Bargain Beer Reviews. Now, if you're wondering why it's a little bit dark in here even though it's day, it's because there's all snow covering the shed because we've just had a massive downfall of snow. And this is, I think, Friday, Saturday the 16th of January, so we just had that massive snow going across Yorkshire. Some people reporting up to like -15 up in Yorkshire Dales. God and Bennett, that's cold. So yeah, but it's just starting to thaw now. So it's gone up to 6 degrees and it's all starting to melt. So we're going to end up probably having floods. Anyway, so it's sad is that when snow goes, I always think it's quite disappointing. It's like, oh, it's gone now, and then you're left with sludge and rain. And when you've got a dog, and you just know what's coming, and you've got it next time you take the dog for a walk, it's just full of sludgy fields and just slipping around. And yeah. Anyway, so I do digress. So this is from Home Bargains. Home Bargains has been absolutely bob on at the moment for beers, especially ones I've never heard before. This one's called E1 Brew Company, and it's their IPA. Never ever heard of this in my life. Never seen this in my life. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and it's in a 440 can. I'm not going to read the spiel on the back. So it's obviously aimed at the craft beer scene, and this only came in at quid a can. Okay, so on the aroma, I was getting very much a British IPA aroma. I was getting like a hedgerowy, citrusy, lemony zestiness on that. So on the colour, it's a filter. It looks very filtered. It's clear. The bubbles are relatively big. We've got just an off-white head of about a finger there, and it's a straw colour, and it's quite dark in here. But I would say that's quite, if I put it to the light a bit over here, yeah, it's almost like an amber colour actually. Amber going on to the light side of amber. So yeah, a little bit of a metallicness, but very much a Britishness. It wouldn't surprise me if this has been commission brewed by somebody like quite a big brewer. Maybe like, I don't know, like a Theakston's or something. It's got a bit of a Theakston's smell going on. I don't know where they're from or anything. Got sweetness, nice sweetness, a little bit, almost like a little bit of, like a little berry, a little bit of sweet berries coming through on the background. Okay, right, here we go. Well, for me, I mean, that's quite pleasant. It's very British. For £1, you can't really go wrong with that. It's got slight. It's actually quite well balanced. You're getting lovely lemony notes, a little bit of grapefruit, only a little bit. It's mainly about the lemoniness. It's got an edgerowiness to it, maybe a slight earthiness as well. You're getting a little bit of spice on the tongue, a little bit of a spicy note. Maybe from like a Cascade hop, so maybe there is some continental hops in this as well. But yeah, it's not like a punch bowl fruit IPA. It's I can kind of see why it's in B&M, or Home Bargains. Sorry, I can see why it's in there because it's got this craft look about it, but actually the beer itself's quite quintessentially British, to be honest, with the essence of like continental hops in it. I'm not bothered about that though. I still think there's quality in that for me, but you can understand that. So decent lacing on the glass still. It's refreshing. It's quite crisp. Carbonation's alright actually. I thought it would be quite bad, the carbonation, but it's not. It actually goes down quite well. Yeah. Got a little bit of biscuit on the malt as well. Biscuity malt. It is quite thin. It's quite, I would say, medium thin. Thin medium, whichever way you want to go with that one. But not bad at all for £1 a can. Right, let's see what it says on the can, shall we? British born Shoreditch, Shoreditch, I think it is. Shoreditch bread. British born Shoreditch bread. In 2012, E1 Brew Co was a loose conversation between friends wanting to create a British beer with a difference. It was later brought to life in the heart of East London, driven by a mission to find the best in contemporary taste and Shoreditch style, whilst upholding the traditional British values of honesty, inclusivity and individuality. Our package may look plain, but beneath its understated shell is a beer that evokes what it means to be British. I agree with that. It has got a very British feel to it, this beer, I must admit. Whether they mean they want it to be British in the style or the taste, or British in the fact that it's got the British values of honesty and inclusivity and blah blah blah, whatever else it talks about. Let's see, about this Indian Pale Ale. So this tells us about the beer. Full-bodied, smooth, this modern IPA is bursting with tropical and citrus fruit notes. I disagree with that. It's got citrusiness, I won't say it's very tropical. Courtesy of a harmonious blend of English, and US hops. Target, Centennial, Amarillo and Chinook. Yeah, I think it's Amarillo hop that's coming through for me. It could be the Chinook and this, and they're all very sort of like similar in the citrusiness, I suppose. One for a better word. Yeah, that you can get in the British Target hops coming through. It's nice. Like a bit, like I said on the aroma, you're almost getting like a bit of a berryness on the back. And to be honest, this is one of them beers that the more I'm drinking it, the more I actually quite like it. Right, okay. So there we go. That's what it says. I'd agree with most of it. That's not tropical fruits for me. By this day's standard. They're quite subdued. You can find some in there. You can find a bit of grapefruit. You can find a bit of orange. There's definitely orange going off in this as well. And you can find the lemon, but I can't find mangoes or pineapples or papaya or anything like that, you know. So, what are the scores on the board? I actually quite like this. I'd buy it again for £1. If you see this for £1 in Home Bargains, pick it up because it's worth it. £1. I mean, what we're talking on the ABV, 5%. Yeah, so decent percentage there. You could buy yourself a 4-pack of them on a Friday night, £4. Well, I say a 4-pack. Buy 4 cans, so because they don't come in a 4-pack. You can buy 4 of these. If you're a student watching this, get some down to Home Bargains. Honestly, get some cracking beers for nothing. If you're a student and you drink that for £1, you'd be like, blooming heck, I've won lottery. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I know there's a few students that I probably used to teach that watch this channel. Not that I encourage drinking at all. But if you have a certain age and you are going to drink anyway, you may as well drink something that's worth the money and that's not going to rip you off. And that's maybe where I come in a little bit, maybe to try and find beers that are decent, that won't rip you off. And this is one of them. I mean, I'm not going to go mad on the score. I think it was in the lower 7s when I first drank it, but it's grown on me. It's a very good beer. It is very good for £1, and I think I'm going to give it a very, very typical score for me, 7.8 out of 10, because it's a 7.8 out of 10. It's towards the top of very good. Had those continental hops come through a little bit more, I'd have probably given it a higher score. But that being said, it makes for a very pleasant, well-rounded beer. I've been Swigging Steve. Hope you enjoyed the review. And please join me on the next one. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.